gender fluid, queer, Chicana, a student, and also community organizer. During puberty, I think when I was 11, I was like, I think there's something different, because I would look at girls a lot more than I would look at boys. So I was like, what is this? Maybe I am also gay once I had access to that language. It made me nervous just because I felt like my family didn't really talk about these things, and nobody in my family was gay. So it was really hard to identify with somebody within my own community that I can look up to. So I felt like I would be shunned for it. In high school, I would have like little crushes, and I was like, oh my gosh, like, what am I gonna do, right? I have to tell somebody. So I told my 2 best friends, and they're like, oh yeah, it's okay, like, whatever. I was like, oh, okay, well, if they're okay with it, then maybe I should tell my sisters. And I figured if they're okay with it, I can tell my mom. So slowly I began to tell my family members, and it's been a long journey ever since. The initial conversations were kind of hard, just because of all the stereotypes attached to it. Back in high school, it was really feminine. I had long hair. I used to dance folklorico. I danced for 9 years, so just imagine like the very hetero like dance world. But I was also in sports, so I had that healthy balance of like, oh, I can play basketball, I can run cross country, and I can also dance folklorico. So my mom was like, but you wear dresses, but you wear heels, right? She was really confused. I can see it in her face. She was just really confused, and I was just kind of like trying to also let her have space to also like process things. But I just want to let her know, and it was a huge relief. Like I just felt like way lighter and just happy to have been able to tell her. But of course, I wasn't able to get the response that I actually needed at the moment, which was hard. It was really hard to identify within the transgender umbrella just because it's so diverse. But I also recognize the gender fluidity that I possess, that I feel comfortable in, whether that be my gender expression of just how I dress or how I cut my hair. I've been lucky enough to find different collectives and groups that allow me to come back and forth to be able to express myself genuinely and not be scared of like just having to be on the binary, like, oh, femme or boy today or whatever that means. So it's been a process, but I feel like my community has helped me and encouraged me to be myself, and I feel really comfortable now. And I'm still kind of on that journey to feel comfortable in my own skin, and also not limiting myself in any way to express myself more fully. Yeah. My advice to parents is to take a step back and just really think about, right, what their child has just told them, whether it be that they're gay or lesbian or bisexual. I feel like that's even more hard sometimes for parents to also get a grasp on that term or identity. But of course also like another component to that, like for when a child comes out as trans, it's just for the parents to step back, to take it in, to breathe, and to just really listen to what their child has to tell them, because the child knows best, right? They're the ones living it. And so all we basically need, right, as someone that's barely coming out of the closet or allowing people in, is to be heard and seen and valued and still loved. I really wish I could have came out earlier. I really wish that I could have been stronger personally and just reached out for help. I knew of other people, right? The internet really helped me like reach out in that way, because in my community in high school, like there was basically nobody that was out, so it was really hard, and especially nobody that was like Mexican or Latino, Chicano, like nobody, right, that identified within LGBTQ. So if I could tell anything to my 18-year-old self, would have been just like reach out to other people, and who cares what other people think. You're gonna graduate, go to college, and you're gonna meet amazing people, and you're gonna be doing a lot of community organizing and meet more amazing people. So I really wish I could have just been like confident in knowing that I would be okay, and that we have a lot of older, right, more caring and just nurturing folks out there that are there to listen and to help you out through this whole journey.